Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's chill discussion. Our first guest is going to be joining us shortly. It's going to be Psionic. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's show. Just remember that if you have any questions in the audience or in the Twitch chat, please at me, and essentially we'll take those questions when we have time for them. But without further ado, let's introduce our guests coming from the audience. Psionic, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Hey,
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm alright. It's currently 2 a.m. here in the oldest Scandinavian country, but I'm here and excited.
Scandinavian country. Let me guess. Sweden?
Nah,
Denmark.
The other ones. Yeah,
Norway.
There we go.
Finland. All of them together.
No, Denmark.
Oh yeah, Denmark.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's pretty late for you, but hey, you're here, and that's what's important.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. You're my first guest, so obviously we're going to be talking about various subjects and topics. If you want to bring up anything, feel free to. But we're gonna hit you some questions, some simple ones. Obviously, the first thing I always like to ask is, well, how'd you end up playing VR chat? Like, how'd you end up in this essentially metaverse or whatever these kids are calling it these days?
Oh, please don't use that word. No, it was back in what?
You couldn't stay
A
away,
few months into
huh?
COVID lockdowns that
coming back
happened
to
everywhere.
see.
I was stuck
Just resubscribed for 11
in my
months.
second year
I
of
use
university
Tiger Boy.
at BIM London, and I was just feeling very starved for social time with people, and I sort of fell over the 2017 sort of early golden age of VR chat meme videos and all that with the Ugandan knuckles and all that, and thought it was hilarious. And then I just went, why not? I needed some outlet to be socially engaged, and that sort of just led me to this. I've always been, a big fan of tech, and a headset has always intrigued me, and so that was just a good excuse to go splurge on at the time a Rift S, and then later a Index.
Oh damn. I mean, I guess a lot of people have different ways of getting into VR chat. Yours, with COVID and all that pandemic stuff going on. My time was a lot before that, like in 2017. I'm an old man in VR chat age, but it's always interesting to see how people come into VR chat. I think nowadays it's usually the Quest, boom, like last Christmas, like there was like
Christmas,
Christmas kids. They're like, oh boy, Poggers, Quest, Yahoo.
Yeah, there's a lot of I feel there's a lot of debate about whether or not Quest 2 has been beneficial or detrimental to the VR chat community. I think it's a bit of column B. A bigger exposure and more people engaging with the community is going to make it grow, and it's going to make more eyes on it. You can argue that obviously how good it is for 11 to 14-year-old kids running around in these very grassroots sort of spaces where it's kind of like going back to early 2000s messenger boards where you never quite know who's on the other end. And so I think it's really cool that VR chat is getting more spotlight. I do worry about the sanctity of VR chat as what we know it as, and how I mean, change is going to come, so it's just going to be interesting to see where that leads.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I've always, in my own free time, on my own streams or in other interviews, this topic has been brought up a lot, and it's always something to discuss, because you are right. Like, when you have so many players coming in, and a lot of them happen to be of the younger generation of kids coming into VR. Obviously, when I was their age, I was just playing Xbox 360 and Xbox Live, and I was like, fuck you. Like that was about it. Now you have kids that have literally headsets on, literally like touching other people in a way in VR and getting tricked and intimate with other people, and it can be a really weird place, because you don't do that in Call of Duty. In Call of Duty, you just shoot them and you're like, haha, you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: kids always wants to be adults and always have an intrinsic interest in engaging with adults because they want to. That's just something that that
Yeah.
everyone remembers being 8-year-olds and wanting to be king of the world and being an adult and being liked by that. So obviously it's not confusing to me to see you see a younger audience come to your chat and engage, especially with the older crowd. But it's falls to especially to our generation and to our adult community to be able to figure out how to not turn into a Call of Duty lobby where everyone's saying funny gamer words and going cray cray at one another.
Leshy, thanks for the 11 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Another thing I wanted to mention, well, on a different topic, is like to get back to talking about yourself and stuff. Is like, how did you come up with the name Psionic? Is there a story behind that?
Not a terribly interesting one. I used to go with a old group in Wildstar called Going Postal, which is from a
Postal too.
Yeah. And basically, there's a class in that old MMO called an Esper, and me as at the time 21-year-old or something like that, wanted just to find like a synonym, and then a psychic, and then obviously psychic was taken, and then I just started meandering around the first 3 letters, and at the time my character was a big cyan blue warrior, and so it originally started with a C. So it was as the color cyan, and then as I became an Esper and became like a more magician focused class, it then became a P, and then that just stuck. So it's not terribly big story on that one, I'm afraid.
I understand. I mean, as you bring up Wildstar, I never played Wildstar, but I knew about it as an MMO. That was a long time ago.
Such a shame. It had such good potential. Like it was one of those classic stories of at the time with World of Warcraft being the king of MMOs, and everyone at the time yapping about how they wanted like the old hardcore parts of World of Warcraft back, and then whilst I just went, okay, you want that, we'll give you like the super grindy, super hardcore everything, and it turns out that you cannot run an entire MMO community just on the 1% of really sweaty tryhards. You need that casual group and the more community friendly side content, which they just never really went for. And so after the first week of some really fun experiences and really cool friends I made at the time, just sort of disappeared in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I remember it being a thing for a little bit and then dying completely, and everyone just went back to WoW or Final Fantasy 14 or whatever else MMOs people play these days. So it's the same thing with like the Star Wars one. What was it, like Star Wars Old Republic? I don't remember. Yeah, I think wasn't it? Is whenever the MMO one was. I remember people playing that.
That's the Old Republic.
That came out a couple of years, 4 or 5 years ago. I forget. It's been a while.
I mean, I kind of guess it leads into sort of VRChat because I always had a big love for MMOs in general. I think I played every single one of them growing up that came out, and so it's just obvious step that VRChat being community driven, just like MMOs, just leads perfectly into that sort of thing of me wanting to be engaged online with other people.
I gotcha. My next question that I have is more about your avatar. So how did you come up with the idea? I mean, obviously you have a clear color scheme of like gold and black and little bits of white, and obviously being like some sort of like tiger girl. Yeah, so I'm curious, what's the lore here? Yeah, or lion? I'm sorry, fuck, shit.
I've had 2 years at this point. When I just got into VRChat, I joined a group to which if I mention, I think I would be lynched. So I'll refrain from that. But they were very heavy on making their own avatars. So from day one, I saw people with at the time really fascinating, creative ways to make avatars, and I just sort of immediately jumped on that boat. And for the first year, I made like I think 3 different generations of goblins, starting from MMD models, then to like a mix of MMD and some assets, and then to like a fully booth-based body. And I just would work every day on these models, and eventually, I just kind of grew out of that. And so the idea here were at the time I was hanging out with some of my good friends that also do a lot of like content creation, and my previous models have always been these like really big tomboyish, girl avatars, and I want to sort of scale that down. And so I just thought of the concept of like a really snobby, arrogant-looking sort of Milanese lion girl. Whereas like the rich kid look with the bling and like the sort of like arrogant sort of logos and text and sort of using yen and money. So I always want to have that luxurious look, but I want to remain that sort of tomboyish aesthetic. And yeah, that sort of just kind of grew into that. But I've been through tons of models, from Synthray Retro to goblins to monster clothes to a actual tiger mummy that I have gotten a lot of attention from recently, using like big fluffy hair and so on. So yeah, unfortunately I have no DeviantArt tier fan fiction lore on my models. I just kind of do me with them. It's just anything that looks aesthetic, go into Blender and just go like, oh, that looks cute, or that looks hot, or anywhere in between, and just sort of rolling with it.
I gotcha. I want to pause for a second here because DustyDustBunny rated. I appreciate that. Thank you. She's also a guest coming on the show later. So, hey, I appreciate it. We're starting off our first guest, Psionic, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate it. But anyway, back on topic. So, that's funny you say, like, DeviantArt fanfiction. That froze me. How old are you?
I'm 28. I'm turning 29 in my last year of the 20s. I'm gonna have 1 year of youth after me.
Fuck.
I'm from 1993, and no, I mean it's that interesting thing. I've had a few conversations with some other people. Like I have yet to consider myself a VTuber, but everyone else sort of projects that because I don't stream. And I just today made my Discord, but because I make VR chats, sort of shorts and dumb memes, a lot of people sort of just project that onto me. So at some point I'm just gonna have to embrace it. But I've always kind of been that VTuber lore is our era of like DeviantArt fan fiction, where everyone has like their own little OC character and sort of writes up their own story of them. And I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little bit too old to really dwell into that. But I've seen some people who go really hard into it, and it's always endearing to see people just really love their craft. So I call it, but I also at the same time I'm very impressed by a lot of my peers and how much they go hard on wanting to make a character and immerse themselves in it. That's really cool, even if it's funny to poke at.
No, I asked your age because I'm turning 27 in 2 weeks, and when you talk about like DeviantArt fan fictions, that I assumed you had to be either my age or older because this is like very niche stuff. That only like a boomer like myself would understand.
MSN Messenger next.
Oh god, no! Oh my god, that brings me back, dude. I remember getting like some shitty ass like webcam, and like I had to have like thumbs tacked to like slap it on top of the monitor, and it was like 240p, and it was like 5 FPS, and I was like waving, and it was like like it was like super like choppy.
The original, how there's Discord stickers now. You remember MSN? It would like do things like shake your
yeah.
Do all those like have things like splash out, and people got in awe. And the MSN usernames that were like actual like paragraphs long with like all kinds of flowers and stuff like that. Mate, we're fucking old. I'm sorry to say, man, we've grown old. God damn.
Yeah, now look at us, dude. Now we play VR chat with VR headsets strapped on. We're sitting in the dark. The windows are closed. Yeah. There's like a bottle of Jaeger near us, and we're like, what's going on? Oh, one? Yeah, no, multiple bottles. You ever have that experience where you go to a party, as you do in VR chat, you're having a fun time, you're jamming out, you're like, hey, what's going on? And then you take off your headset, and then you look around IRL, and it's like quiet. You can hear like a cricket, and you're like, wow, I'm truly alone. And then you're crying, and then you put the headset back on. Yeah, like that. And then you put the headset back on, and you're like, yeah. And then you take off the headset, and you're like, and then you look at yourself. Yeah, you take a piss, you look in the mirror, and then you see like the red circle around your face, and then you're like drunk, and you're like, and you're just like, what's my life become?
trying not to dox myself too hard. I live in a very rural area of Denmark where there's basically no one. I live very
farmers.
close to the sea as well. So the second I like take my headset off, I hear like seawater and tree like birds and chirps and stuff like that. So I very much can agree with the idea of the second you take the headset off, it's like, you know, it's like the Discord, you know, it's just immediately just I'm in the buttfuck middle of nowhere. Sorry for swearing.
That's okay. You can swear. Fuck.
Yeah.
Piss.
Oh, perfect. Fuck.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Like nighttime in VR chat. Like I pretty much only come on Fridays and Saturdays and hang out with the boys. You know, everyone has the boys.
The boys.
And,
on Amazon.
Yeah. For the most part.
Prime.
Not the show. The real ones.
The real boys.
Anyway,
The homies.
Yeah, the homies, you know. It's often I find myself like really curious to how someone who has no interest in the quote-unquote nightlife of VR chat uses VR chat, because I pretty much only go in VR chat to either make stupid content or do model testing, and then Friday and Saturday is when I go all out, and then you don't see me until next week. But I know some people who are in this game 25/7, and I would love to pick their brains like how they manage to like stay very entertained in VR chat in those times, because again, as I think we keep circling back to, VR chat is such a community, like socially driven experience that I'm sure some people out there has like 5 friends in their friend list and go through multiples of worlds every day and they're completely satisfied with VR chat. But I really would love to, you know, have a proper talk with how they go through that, because by God, I need the party.
Yeah.
Saturdays.
It sounds like you it sounds like you want to be an interviewer. That's what it sounds like.
I'm sorry.
You want to do my job?
Nah.
Be my co-host.
No, I mean it's
Yeah, you be my co-host.
I just like fucking about. Yeah.
You want to go to a club?
Do we need to have the same color scheme?
No, you can just. We'll give you the microphone. We'll give you a camera crew, and you'll be like, you ever watch Channel 5 or Gas? All Gas No Breaks. Yeah, you want to be like, hey, what's going on, man?
The scene. No, you can cut. Yeah, nah, I think I'm good. I'm so busy already with stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the things that really struck me as it's an interesting thing as well with when you start trying to make content and when you start trying to sort of push yourself in any medium, whether it be music, which I've done as well, or, you know, making talk shows or creating TikTok memes or whatever, you sort of realize how quickly that amount of social time you had to like play video games and like hang out with people like more casually just sort of vanishes out of thin air. And I've had like weird experiences where, you know, me suddenly not interacting with people for like a week or 2 weeks have left them wondering whether or not I now hate them, or if now am I too cool for school to hang out with them, when the reality of the matter is that I spend about half a day in real life and the other half of the day usually in VR chat trying to make some sort of content for people to, you know, consume. And so whatever time I have for myself might be between 2 to 4 hours, and I'm definitely a person where when I've had enough I shut down and I'm like, I don't want to speak with you or you for the next 3 fucking days, leave me alone, you know. And then if Friday comes and I'll come crying back, please give me hang out, you know.
Please,
so,
I got drinks.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I feel that. To wrap back to what you said earlier, like you wanted to interview people. I can answer some of these questions, not because I do, like, not because I play this game 24/7, but because I've talked to many people that do play this game practically 24/7. Everybody experiences VR chat differently. As someone who's done 276 interviews in 2.5 years, I can safely say that everybody experiences VR chat in a different capacity. Some people only play to party, some people to play to make content, some people this is literally their life. And what I mean by that is that for some people, real life is boring, it sucks. There's no purpose. That they only like it sounds depressing, but I'm being honest. Like some people, real life is just some people, all they do IRL is they do their job, get the money, pay their rent, and like that's it. Like they don't want to talk to people. They don't want to have small talk with your barber or your grocery store person or whatever. the life sucks. So when they get to put the headset on, they can actually experience life and get to experiment with themselves, or be like, hey, I really want to like go to a roller coaster, but I'm too scared IRL, so I'll just do it in VR. Or like, hey, I have too much anxiety to go to a real club, so I go to VR clubs. Or some people are like, hey, or some people are like, hey, I don't look good, like I look skinny or I look ugly, so in VR I can look 10 out of 10 and nobody will judge me, you know, because I look 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. I mean, yeah, people still can't judge. No, anyway, it's definitely one of the things that I see a lot of. I mean this with the biggest love for VR chat when I say this, but VR chat has always kind of been, you know, the loser people's cool side. You know, you don't get gig and mega chat with, you know, $6 gajillion and, you know, 20 babes left and right going into VR chat and be like, this is my life. You usually find people who are, as you say, have some sort of social anxiety or have, you know, difficulties and want an escapist. And I think it's beautiful that there's such a big community we have now that can like do that, where you can go out and, you know, experience how some people who might have a better time in real life could have it. You know, I've seen it's the same. You see again, going back to MMOs, I've met a lot of my friends who play those games where they were nerve wracks in real life, and through, you know, interacting and engaging and, you know, doing content in an MMO, they broke out of that shell and become a lot more sociable, a lot more wanting to interact with other people. And I very much feel VR chat does the same for a lot of people who in real life might be a lot more, you know, shut in towards the world. So it's super cool to have something like VR chat as a medium that breaks people out of that shell.
oh, absolutely, 100%. I agree. It's just the way it is. Like if I didn't have VR, I'd just be still in college, probably working at some grocery store, being a normie and playing COD or something. I don't know, like, you know, but in VR, I get to have my own talk show. I mean, fuck, you know, the world is my ocean. You know, I get to do what I want.
It's sky's the limit. Imagination's the limit in this. It's super cool. You
Yeah.
know, you can be whatever you want, wherever you want, with whatever, you know, whatever you desire. And yeah, let's hope that stays that way. And that's one of, you know, the things that are not super cool with the more spotlight we have now. The Quest comes out, you know, leading back into that there's now a bigger spotlight on VR chat, which is going to raise the bar of so to say how much people can get away with. You know, you can have, you know, you can go in a public lobby and find 17 different versions of like some Spider-Man costume. It's a funny meme or super high detail or super well made. But it's not exactly like, I think, the people who put that on VR chat, or VR chat has gotten permission from Marvel or Disney, you know, big scary mouse. But letting, you know, that's what I love, is it feels very early internet to me, this whole like VR chat, where it's just, you know, there is no big tech or big eyes like staring down on what you can or cannot do. Of course, we have, you know, VR chat's own community staff, and they do a great job. But, you know, they are also like, everything here is kind of more loose and kind of Wild West. I very much feel VR chat is like a Wild West of something new that's only going to grow bigger. Whether or not it's going to be VR chat still in 20 years, or if Mark Zuckerberg and his list of people have taken us over with Metaverse, I don't know. But, you know, we're only going to see more like this as time goes on.
One more topic I wanted to discuss is specifically how you got into doing like content creation with like TikTok and stuff. How did that start? Was it something you just decided one day to do, or did you see some of your friends and were like, hey man, I want to do the TikToks, bro?
So I have a friend that right now is doing very well. He's called Riley DPS, and he's doing super well now. 2 years ago, I met him before any of this had any, you know, I was an MMD Goblin, and he was a stock booth with like some light color changes or whatever. And we were one of the very first people, and, you know, a group of his friends that I sort of latched onto in my first month in VR chat. Like, just immediately bounced really well with them, and we've just been going hard on and off for like 2 years. And then he started his this whole VTuber streaming thing, and it kind of for a bit had a little bit of I was a bit more cautious, as you say, I'm a bit older, and I had very little experience in that whole field, and my initial idea was like, he can go do all those things, and all his friends can go do those things, and then when he wants to turn off, we can go hang like usual, right?
Yeah.
But as the thing progressed, it just became part of who he was, and I at one point just had to accept that and integrate that into, because I keep wanting to have like a big this is all his Twitter and stream stuff, and then here's the other side of this hangout. But it's sort of at one point it just sort of collided, and then I started giving a chance, started watching VTuber streams, and found a lot of really cool people in it, and then I went, if they can do it, why can't I? And so yeah, my friends like Riley and some other people were really big inspiration to do it, and I felt I could do my own take on it, a bit more laddish, a bit more maybe a bit more on the nose than some of the TikTok stuff. We all have our niche, so
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I can't take the credit alone on just starting out of nowhere. It was definitely an inspiration moment.
Do you have any intention of going beyond TikTok into any other platforms?
I don't do TikTok. I only exclusively do Twitter right now.
Oh, sorry. Twitter.
No. Well, so the whole thing with TikTok is that, don't worry, TikTok is a bit more restricted. One of the things I adore about Twitter, having now started for like a bit over 3 months now, I've done it. Every day I've posted something, and one of the things I really enjoy about it is that it's very, very loose in its rules. Obviously, you have stuff like copyright, DMC, and stuff like that. But you get everything from the most wholesome stuff to some very, very down bad people, and everything in between. So I don't have to worry about whether or not I have an avatar that's a bit suave looking, or if I'm mentioning alcohol, whatever things that may or may not be allowed to on TikTok. My sort of my cloud chasing part of my brain is like, yes, I should obviously try on Instagram and TikTok and all that, but I am still in like a debate, because on Twitter it's just so free to
YouTube
post
Shorts.
whatever you want, and yeah, maybe YouTube Shorts. Some people have also said, oh, you should start streaming, because that's like the next step. I've just started Discord now today, and we'll see how that goes. I want to see if community driving something is interesting. It's all very experimental for me. Like right now, the great thing about just posting in one place is it's just my little slice of the kingdom. I can do whatever the fuck I want on my Twitter page, and if people don't like it, they can just mute and block me. I have some great friends that I've known for years that literally look at my stuff and say, Cyanic, I think you're a great person, but this shit is cringe. I'm gonna mute you from Twitter, and that's
Whoa.
that's totally fine. No. That I think that is great. Like I don't want to give them a worse experience being on their social media. So some people just are not into the hashtag relatable funny shitty memes. Some people don't really find that sort of stuff interesting, or VR chat content all interesting. That's fine. There's no hard feelings there. So yeah, to answer your question, maybe right now it's just to see how this Discord thing goes, and then maybe start trying to do some streaming, just talk in VR chat, but it's still like a bit away. Like I've only done this for 3 months, and the reception I've had has been very, very heartwarming. I expected to get like 1,000 followers. That was my initial goal when I started in March. By July on my birthday, and I'm closing in on 5,000 now after three months, and that's very, very nice to have right now.
Yeah, on to 10,000 by the end of the year and 20,000 by 2023, and then you'll be a millionaire.
If it was that simple,
I would be like, hey, I interviewed Cyanic, the millionaire. Clickbait.
in the early stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something to always look back on.
Cool.
I could always bring you back like in a year from now, and you're like, man, I didn't really want to do Twitch, and now like 2024, you'd be like, why would I say that? Now I'm a fucking millionaire. I got like bitches here. I got my Lamborghini over here, dude. I remember this
Well, we
day.
just discussed this, that if that happened, then, you know, I wouldn't be VR chat. We always discussed that, this, you know, if you turn into a million mega chat, then why would I be here? I'll just, you know...
True.
So
Fuck.
I have no current intention of trying to monetize any of it. It's I've always had a super creative need. I have a bachelor in sound engineering and songwriting, you know, from a study in London that I spent 3 years on. I just have like an intrinsic borderline autistic need to create, you know, in one medium or another. And right now, the really cool thing is making content for VR chat community.
Okay.
Before that was just make models. That's why I have like close to 80 different models or something like that on my account at this point.
Holy
just,
crap!
You know, sitting and collecting dust, which is really great now on when I make like hashtag relatable content. I can just, you know, swipe through my own models to like you know, make some, you know, background characters or whatever, which is super nice.
So we're almost out of time. We only got like 2 minutes left before we have to switch to Kiwi. But time is of the essence. But I wanted to ask, like very quickly, how'd you get your ideas for when you do these Twitter videos? Is it something you just like think of? Is it a storyboard process where you're like, okay, I need to do this, you draw it up, you write it up, or just like, I think this is funny, I'm gonna do it?
I have a little sticky note. Every time I sit and like something comes to me, I have a sticky note on my desktop. I just write, and it can be anything from literally a word to like an entire like Fallout scene. Most of the time, it just comes
Fallout
scene.
scene.
I'll see sometimes it'll like be just a single like photo I find on the internet, or like I can make that into a video, you know, I can elaborate on the joke. Sometimes it's a little audio clip. Most of the time, as so far, it's me trying to think of sort of making an absurd situation out of something familiar in VR chat, because I think that's where the basis of most humor is to take a everyday, you know, situation and then making it absurd, you know, over the top, you know, like meeting people for the first time in VR chat, you know, different ways you can do that. You know, you'll find the people who are immediately into head pads, so you make someone like a super touchy person, you know, or you take, you know, someone who's a drunk and he goes to saying a sip, you know, drinking like an entire gallon or something like that. You know, you just go over the top with it to like drive home the point. You know, I've always thought absurdism has a very big place in making content these days. So yeah, it's a bit of that.
What about what does it mean by your local VR foo? Is that, what does that mean?
That's just me being arrogant.
Oh, okay.
I have a notch. My quote main outfit is just where it says "your new waifu," and it's just, you know, I've always been sort of told that I have like a brash confidence and just a little bit in people's face, especially when drunk. And so you know, I just like the idea of just embracing that. So, you know, instead of waifu, it's VR foo, yeah, there's not a whole lot of like lore in that. I like being brash and arrogant. Well, at least playing with it. You know, it's that thing where I hope that people realize that when I'm being a shithead, I hope that is, you know, to encourage banter and wanting people to, you know, hang out with me. A lot of times I'll, you know, use more time, you know, shit talking with my friends than I will, you know, be like a super encouraging person. That's the shit I do in private. And then when we're out in the open, you know, it's that whole thing you always see about like when the boys are together, they're always like hammering on one another, and then the second one of them leaves, it's like, oh, he's such a cool fucking guy, I love him, you know, I'd kill for that man, you know. That's very much the attitude I have with a lot of my friends.
I get you. But on that note, we must switch guests to Kiwi. He's going to be coming in a minute here. But hey, if you want to shout out anything, you want to shout out your Twitter or anything that you're working on, go right ahead. The camera's there.
The camera's right.
Yeah.
I have just today started Discord. If you like my content, you can just go on Cyanic VR on Twitter. If you like any of my dumb stuff, come join. I'm trying to start a little community thing there. I will do weekly little game events there, and bi-weekly I will make a workshop. Should you be interested in learning how to make models the way I do, I will try and share some of my magic there, because I've heard a lot of people have given very positive feedback. So I thought, you know, why not make more people, you know, have the ability to look how they want in VR chat. So stop by.
Absolutely. Again, this is Psionic. They're gonna be making some more Twitter stuff, Twitter videos. Check them out on Twitter. If you type in estimation by guess, which that guy's done for me, the first link is twitter.com/psionicvr. So check out their stuff, and also join their Discord and see all their workshop and all their good stuff. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on for tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you, all right, see you later. On to our next guest. 1 second here. Whoops. Oh fuck. Wrong button. Yeah, I need to give you access. There we go. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
I am making my way to the seats.
What the? Are you like have like a big ass play space? You're like walking for like 10 seconds there. Like what the hell? Holy shit! What the hell? Okay. All right.
To have fun, and sitting is not my natural habitat. So I usually tend to just walk around.
Okay. Hello. This is. Do you mind if I call you Kiwi, or do you want me to say your full name, like Kyweespeeroy?
No, you can call me Kiwi. Kiwi is good. No,
all right, awesome.
Nobody wants to call me Kyweespeeroy. What kind of name is that?
Yeah, that's true. I can't even pronounce it right because I'm stupid. But anyway, the point is that welcome to the show. We only have 3 guests tonight, so I'm thinking of extending. Since it's supposed to be 30 minutes, I'm thinking of doing 40 minutes. So 40 times 3 is, everybody gets a little bit more time. But anyway.
What arranges you? Everything's fine to me.
Yeah. So so to begin, obviously for those who don't know who you are, what are you best known for? Obviously you're a streamer. You do also Twitter videos and stuff like that. So I guess my first question is, how'd you end up in getting into VR? How'd you end up in getting into VR chat?
VR chat on its own, I guess getting into VR in general is just like a kind of out of the blue thing. I just saw something online at some point being like, oh look, a headset that can let you be inside of a game and such. I was just like, me being fan of all these extra stuff, like extra technologies and all, you were like, you know what? I might give it a shot, trying to see what it is. And at this time the CV one was like going out, like the Oculus Rift one was coming out. So I was like, I'm gonna try this, and I actually bought the first times to play a bunch of more simulator kind of things just to see how it was. And a friend of mine was like a IRL friend of mine also bought one. Is like, I know a game, like I know a virtual platform called VRChat. And you may want to check it out now you got this, because it's something as I used to be in 3D school. It's like there's a lot of things over here that may interest you on this, so I kind of just hopped on, and I never left. For 1 second, and I was like,
you're addicted. You got addicted.
That's my game now. Pretty much.
No, I gotcha.
Just going on there.
Okay, so
out of the blue, to be honest. There's no big story on this.
Is there any story about your username?
My username. So at first, Kiwi was not my username at all for a bunch of years.
Okay.
I recently got it. I'd say recently, by this I mean like around 2.5 years now. Kiwi just was basically from the fact that I'm from France and New Zealand, so the Kiwi came from like the way we call New Zealanders. We call them the Kiwis. And the weird way of writing it, as I just came out of my random brain of I like everything that's a bit like fantastic, kind of out of the ordinary, and I liked just having something that would make people think is like, oh yeah, look, it's not typical, and I barely know how to pronounce it, which is making me laugh all the time because a lot of people call me Kywe because of the way you pronounce it.
What? I said Kiwi. I'm smart.
Yeah, you do. You did say
I'm
Kiwi.
smart.
Very smart. Very
college graduate. I graduated college. So that's how I knew how to read.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's something
I'm just smart.
I wished I've done.
Oh yeah. We all wish we would graduate school.
My name Kiwi came from basically like my proud roots of this little island in Oceania. But the rest of it's just an old story mixing Leroy Jenkins, as I was a big
Oh,
big
wow.
fan of World of Warcraft and such. And as Epstein I just mentioned earlier, oh my God, when I heard a few names of old RPGs, like brought back a bunch of memories of
WildStar?
this. I was just a big fan of video games in general, so yeah, WildStar was the thing I was playing literally all the time. And Esper Gang, I appreciate the bros playing this as well. Yeah, pretty much the rest, all my usernames that I had before were related to either video game licenses or stuff like this. So like Leroy Jenkins came up with Spyro mixed to it. It was like Spearoy, and that was my username for 10 years until I decided to add Kiwi because people were like, yeah, Spearoy, that's cool and all, but I didn't know what to get, especially when it's something a bit more unique, I'd say.
Okay.
So kind of got to that.
Is there a story behind your avatar, like the design of it, or is it just something like, hey, this looks cool as fuck?
Pretty much, I am someone that's been in the streets like a lot in my childhood. I was spending my time outside, and I was I was loving climbing literally everything I could. Everything there was like something like an abandoned building, whatever. I would be climbing, hanging out with friends there and all. And we kind of got like the whole thing. I kind of got like the same kind of feeling of being like, I love this kind of streetwear, classic things. Plus the idea of like, I love VR chat's female models that you can get all the time. For example, you know, like I found female avatars more aesthetic than males.
True.
I wanted to keep my boyish feelings. So the tomboy was basically the kind of idea I wanted to go there. And like a street tomboy was like, yo, that's kind of cool. I kind of want to go on to something like this. I was like that's the kind of basic feel that people would get. You know, like a lot of people would be like, yeah, a manly girl or something is like someone of the street. She's kind of like going through this.
It looks like your character would know how to parkour. Also, you relate to Psionic. They also have a tomboyish, you know. Sounds like great minds think alike, you know.
Exactly. We got some good similarities as well. And like the first time I saw his models, and I was like,
you're like,
nice.
You're like, damn, I want to be a local VR foo. Sheesh, goddamn.
I'm not on this idea of being a VR food. This is why I don't give personal how to say. I don't put in front like special traits or whatever. Like I have no real interest in everything. Like I won't say sexualizing things, but I have no interest of getting stuff where it's like, oh look, that's like an icon. That's like, yo, this character is hot or something. People often say it on my TikTok, but I guess TikTok is just how people do.
Those are the people that are typing with one hand. Okay, you don't have to worry about those people. Okay.
Yeah, they're like.
We're just going on. Yeah.
Imagine how fast I whipped it out, and you're like, okay, just out there. But yeah, no. Basically, the idea is just like I just like this kind of thing. And as you mentioned, parkour. I've done parkour for 7 years, and just spending my time in the street all the time.
Really?
So this is why I like moving around all the time, never staying on one place. Just me sitting right now is making me kind of want to move around.
Holy shit. You did park.
A lot of this.
Do you know how to do like backflips and shit in real life?
Yeah.
You ever do that in VR?
I know how to do flips and stuff. I tried one time with the very, very persuasive demand of one of my friends. I tried going for a front flip, and I threw my CV1 so far that it just broke on the spot. So I decided not to do it again, especially with the virus. It's not a good idea.
I advise not to do it because I don't want you to break your headset.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I can do like cartwheels, rondades. I can kick around. Like this is okay as long as this stays on my head. I'm okay doing things like that. But as soon as I just get this off my head for less than a second, this is like the biggest panic. So I got you.
Okay, so
try my best.
how'd you get into making content? Was that something that you always wanted to do? Was it something inspired by somebody else? You know, was it a streamer, a YouTuber, other Twitter people, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram? Like, what was your inspiration for doing what you do with your content?
Content creation, or just content in general, like over the internet, has been like, for me, like a big part of like my occupations. I've been like spending so many times just watching a bunch of creators do things and such. And I was just in the mindset of a viewer, though. I never really thought of doing this until we played a bunch of games with friends before, and we loved just going around doing some random skits to each other, just doing jokes and such. And one of my friends actually told me, is like, yo, you like, we're having so much fun together and such, and like, you should like actually stream, because they were watching Twitch streamers like a lot these times. It's like, why don't you try streaming and such? Because like, they were always like, you've got too much energy to spend, and like, we can't do it on like ourselves as well. Like, some other people's got to see this. So they kind of pushed me of being like, try this out. And I was like, why not? Because my main interest, let's say, when I hanging with people, is just to try and at least just like get a laugh out of them or anything. I kind of prefer hanging around people rather than staying on my own. I'd say most of the time I'm very, very extroverted, and what I want is just having people, for example, like either smile or having a good day around and stuff. And I know it's not easy for everybody every day with like a lot of work and such to just enjoy themselves. So I'm always being like, hey, if I can just bring a little thing out of them, then that can just be a great thing for me. So I kind of started doing things with not much expectations at all. I was like, I'm just gonna do my things, enjoy myself, and if some people come around and say, yeah, that's a cool thing, then I might keep on going. And I've been keeping on going for Twitch for more than 2 years now. And recently, this is when I started, like since December, doing all my extra stuff on other platforms rather than just streaming.
Yeah.
And this is kind of where I'm a bit more happy with what I'm doing, I'd say, because I wanted to do more than just streaming. I wanted to create content that would stay on platforms and some other people could discover even if I'm not here. So I would try make people laugh, or just anything that would just like make someone's day slightly better, even though I won't be able to be in front of them, like being like, hey, look, we can do stuff, we can do this, we can do that. So I kind of started doing this because of that, and now it's going.
Yeah, I think you're doing wonderful, you know, because seeing all these people in the recent times with Psionic, with yourself, Riley, and everybody else, just having fun and making Twitter videos, or if you post on other platforms, it's always something different, and I appreciate it. That's why I thought to obviously bring you and the others on, because it's something that's different. Like I always say, like I always feel like I'm the boomer of VR chat, where I've been around for so long and I see the same thing every day, and then when because like, you know, when I look at my Twitter feed, it's usually just anime boobas, and maybe some twitlongers about some stupid drum that nobody cares about. And then I start seeing, you know, and then I see, you know, Kiwi, I see Sayana, I see Riley, I see all these people posting stuff. I'm like, damn, this is different. Like, I'm actually into this shit. Like, this is what makes me happy, because I can relate to almost every single one of these videos. Every single one, I'm like, yep, I've done that before. I've done that before. That, you know, or, you know, like all these different videos, I'm just like, that's funny, because you know, I never had the inspiration to do these types of videos before. Like, I just don't have, I have too much time doing, sorry, I don't have enough time. I have this show to run. But seeing someone else sort of accomplish like a different goal in the back of my subconscious is always nice to see. And you know, the then goal is to just have fun with it and just share a meme and just be like, hey, this is funny, let's do this thing. And I'm just always like laughing, whether I'm just browsing on my computer or on the toilet. I'm just like, haha, look at that meme that Kiwi did, or Psionic, or Riley, or, you know, whoever else, you know, whatever's going on, Lothon or something.
Watching the shitter, usually the MVPs of the
the shitter. Listen, if you're stuck, listen, don't underestimate the toilet, okay? The toilet and the shower / bath are like, you know, that the greatest ideas, these are the downtime. I swear to God, it's no meme. Most of your great inspirations usually come when you're on the toilet or in the shower or the bathroom. It's the truth. Me getting this talk show became from me. It's a shower thought, man. It's a toilet thought, bro. Like.
That's what I'm literally thinking of it. It's because this is the one moment where you take that downtime, that free time to just be like, okay, I don't think about work this time. I'm like on the go. I have this little moment for myself, and boom, you get all the ideas here. Because it's just the one moment we don't have to worry about anything. Just out here taking a shower, probably just. You know, not paying much attention, probably even just not thinking of anything, and poof, something comes out of your mind, and it's like, oh wait, that should be something cool. But the problem when you're in there, you don't really write them, because like you don't write stuff when you're like in the middle of.
Well, I quickly dash to my computer and like open up Notepad. I'm like, fucking, I gotta do these ideas, quick.
You're like on the toilet, no need to wipe, just rushing to this. Like,
well,
you don't take a bit of time.
If I'm on the toilet, my phone's in my hand, so I just text myself or I just Discord. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's different. The shower, you can't really have your phone in the shower. Pro tip:
multitasking.
Don't actually have your phone, obviously not with water, but not even leaving it on the counter. The guy who sold me an iPhone told me this.
No,
because the reason why is because when you're in the shower or the bath, the steam fills the room, right? And obviously you can open your window or, you know, the fan or whatever, right? But the steam is actually water vapor. I know it sounds unrelated, but it's important, PSA. But the water vapor and the steam actually will go into your phone and destroy it, and it'll actually have water damage. You'll be like, how do I have water damage on my phone? I never dropped it in the lake. What the F? It's because you're leaving your phone and you're goddamn taking a shower, and you're taking your 50-minute shower. I don't know what you're doing in there, but having deep thoughts, I guess.
50 minutes, yeah, that's
Jesus Christ, you're gonna be like goddamn raisin, dude. You'd be a wrinkly old man. Yeah. The point is, don't leave your phone in the bathroom, because you'll thank me later.
Yeah, imagine what would you do without a phone?
I guess
These
talk to
days,
people.
kinda
Talk to people, I guess.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Is that a thing? Can we eat that? Talking to people is that? I've never heard of that.
True. Or I don't know. I guess at this point you just put on the headset and then you just talk to somebody. You know, you're just like, hey, what's up? Do you ever get recognized when you're in VR chat, like at a random club? You're like, oh shit, that's Kiwi. Yo, what up, Holmes? Yo, I saw your Twitter video, dude. That was sick as fuck. You ever get people like that?
It's actually been very confusing, like at first, like the first few times. Like I do get recognized quite often. A lot of people usually like a lot of VR chat players that come from TikTok usually recognize me. But the first few times were like very confusing, because like you don't really know what to say. That's the first moment where people are like, oh, I know you, I like what you're doing. So you're like, thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You don't really know what to say, but afterwards, like, just like can I go? But yeah, I do get a ton of people from TikTok, Twitter saying, oh, I've seen your stuff and all, and that made me laugh. And like, if people just taking their time to even come to me and say this, I just appreciate it. And all these people, like, appreciate every single person that's ever like gone around for this, because I never expected at first I'd get any sort of recognition from me. You know, I was just doing things like, I have funny meme, because all the memes I do I relate about, because it's like, it's basically my life that I joke on literally all the time. So I'm like, if I can joke on my life and people laugh about it, you know, it's fine. But like people going around and saying I liked it, or like they just go on to me for this, just like it's a feeling, it's something very appreciated. So yes,
absolutely.
it's a good
yeah,
thing,
you know, and it'll continue to happen, you know, because obviously you make amazing stuff, and people are gonna continue to be like, damn, that's that person that made me laugh, you know. Have you ever had like touching have you ever had messages or DMs where like someone's like, hey, I had a bad day today, but watching your like TikTok, your Twitter video like made me happy? That pulls at the heartstrings, dude. I'm like, oh, dude, my feels, dude.
this is literally what like got me into actually like sometimes I had just like little bursts of like I don't know what to do this time. I've got not as much as ideas as I thought I would, and like I get that one comment of someone's like yeah, today's been like kind of a shit day, but like I was expecting, like I know you're posting that day, so I was expecting today for something to be here, and I just like opened my TikTok, scrolled until I found you, and the video just made me laugh, and now I'm just happy for the night. I'm like that's the feeling I've been wanting to give the entire time I've been doing things, and like if I know now people can feel that way, and if I can just make someone's day just slightly better,
Yeah.
it's like it means the world to me. So if some people tell me it actually helps them through going a lot of things just by thinking about something else, something different, joking about whatever's happening to like in everybody's life. I didn't have the easiest life during my high school times and such, but I've always tried to push on by making humor of it. And I guess that it's not a mindset everybody can get on the spot, Not everything is easy to get like that, and just sometimes a little push is required. I had a lot of this with people before. A lot of my friends pushed me to go further. My brother especially, which I absolutely love, and I owe him everything about my life. He pushed me to keep on going for everything I was doing. I probably even say like I probably wouldn't even be like online doing whatever of this if he wasn't the one like that pushed me out there. So it's like having someone that can push you around, now being the author of this action, is just like something I can't describe more than being probably something like I'm most proud of, because if I can get anyone to feel just slightly better, just that's it. That's the one goal. So this is why I want to keep going for this one reason. I want like people saying like if I can send them even to my friends that love sharing positivity. It's all what it's all about. Especially that's I'm quoting my good friend Kellen right now. Always out here spreading positivity to everybody because the world needs it. And what else we can do? Like we're all human, and even if we're not, like I'm not a crazy engineer. I don't invent crazy stuff. So if I can just do anything, just a single funny thing, boom, there we go. Like if some people can be positive, a bit more than usual, it helps. Boom, that's all I care for. So, oh my god, that's the string you pulled on me over here. Yes, I could be going for hours at how much these comments just make my day. I nearly cried last time over like a few comments. Somebody was telling me that they had a relative being in very bad condition, and their relative actually watched my TikToks while in the hospital, and they were going through it for around 2 months. And they thought they wouldn't make it at first and such, but they were very desperate, and they watched my stuff and they told me, yeah, they're like, somebody said, yeah, I actually helped someone go through such a thing, and like that's it. Like that person, I wish I could even just go and like at least like shake hand or just like give a hug or something, because like, this is the kind of people, like if they can do something, I'm happy they can go through some good things. So that's the point. I'm just a silly human being that likes being a kid online, but like I never expected having such an impact. So just I can only say thanks to the community more than I can say thanks to myself.
Do you have future plans or goals for the remainder of this year? Like, do you just want to keep doing what you're doing, or do you have any like ambitious goals where like, hey, I want to do this, but I want to start doing way more. I want to do like a charity stream. I want to do like a 24-hour. I want to do something. Like, do you have any ambitions right now, or just keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah. I definitely just want to keep going. I just want to keep rolling with what I have right now, of course. But at the same time, it's the one thing that makes me like it's basically my main activity these days. At the same time, what I like to be doing is I'd like to meet more people around. I love meeting the community, whether it's from VRChat, whether it's from the VTuber community, the streamer community, TikTokers, anybody, creators, watch like viewers. If I can try, I'd like to find a way to interact better with everybody because I love being like on touch with people.
Yeah.
It's not easy all the time as well. Like I get tons and tons of either DMs or messages everywhere. So I'd like to keep up with everything with everybody, which is impossible. But what I'd like to be doing is like I'd like to make bigger events where I'd be able to meet people or talk to them, answer what people would like to know about me. Just feeling that little touch with people that I've been wishing for a few years so far. And I'd say a big goal for me would be making this content creation part of my life as a full time, for example. Just getting this going through my life and just having that one moment where I can do things. I've been even like reaching very close to the cool purple check mark on Twitch. I've been pushing on this, trying to get to this goal as one of my all the fantasies when I was two years younger. I was like, that's the cool thing that people want to aim for. I was like, that's one of the goals in terms of growth. But for the rest, no, my goal is to try and get events where I can meet people around, meet the community, and meet new peeps more and more. I just need to talk all the time. So if I can talk to people that I don't know yet, it'll be great.
Do you ever find yourself collaborating with other TikTokers, other Twitter people, or do you find yourself just mostly working by yourself and with like a select group of friends? Like how's do you like doing collabs? Do you find it stressful? Do you like doing them?
To be honest, I don't do a lot. Like I haven't done a crazy amount just because it's less of my own ambitions. It's more like I don't really know how to guide other people into this. Usually I let people go around and ask me about things. But what I've been mostly doing is like a bunch of people that I met these days were through TikTok. And most people that I've started hanging with and making content with were the people I met on TikTok, and I made a great group of friends as well that I do talk to pretty often, and I'd love to do more things with them. In terms of streaming, usually I'm the kind of person that's like I want to see people, but I hate bothering people. So I'm always like doing things on my own, and if people want to like do anything, just ask me, and if this is good, like I'm always gonna say yes for stuff. Usually I'm like, you want to go around, you want to hang out, no, let's do it together, we can do that. But I'd like to be more direct on these things. I'd like to be more like, yo guys, you wanna try something together. If it's not for my TikTok or Twitter content, it's usually harder for me for on stream saying like, you want to collab at some point? Because I used to be very busy with the schedule. So if I couldn't respect, for example, someone's schedule, for example, I would like, I want to collab with you, you're gonna be on at these times. There's no way for me to get on at this time. That's why I made a big concession as well. Now I live during the nights. I live on my New Zealand times, even though I live in France. It's something that I prefer doing now because most of my friends are either from the US or all online at this kind of hour. Like it's 3 a.m. right for me right now, but it's like the middle of the day at the same time. So I'd say I'm just going through this, and I just need to be more forward with people. It's like you wanna do things, and I have to ask people for this. I'm extroverted, but I also don't like bothering. So at the same time, it's like the big counter thing.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Being a talk show host, I rely on other people to show up and hang out and collab and stuff like that. But also sometimes I want to just do my own thing, where sometimes I just stream on myself, and then there's times like this where I'm actively interacting and interviewing somebody, or doing a chill discussion or a podcast or something like that. So sometimes it can be hard to balance the two, but I somehow do it. It's just understanding, communication is a key point, obviously, for people to understand, like, hey, today is the day we're doing this interview, or hey, we want to do that collab later. Obviously, relying on other people can be very difficult because sometimes, you know, you have your own mindset or ideal on what you want for, you know, a TikTok or a video or a stream or an interview or something like that. And sometimes it doesn't happen the way that you perceive it to be. So sometimes you kind of have to bite the bullet and be like, okay, we recorded for like 2 hours trying to do this like funny Twitter video and it probably didn't work out. I'm assuming that probably happened to you at some point where maybe you had an idea and it just didn't work out and you're like, fuck, I guess I might just scrap this one. Or has that never happened to you?
Yeah, it happens with a lot of things I do.
Oh,
So
okay.
even I probably scrapped like a quarter of a bunch of things I recorded. Because every time I've been doing this, usually I don't scrap what I do with other people because I'm extremely proud of what I do with my friends or even like people that meet, creators and such. I scrap what I have on my own and like, because I just try to do things. I don't like being too like too one-minded over my stuff. I'd say I like just trying things out. If it works, if it doesn't work, that's not a problem. I just try doing things that I enjoy at first, and but like when I don't enjoy it, straight it happens often. I'd say my kind of content is like it's really not hard to reproduce. You know, I take the main trends, ideas that people actually enjoy, and I put my own seed into it, being like that's more like what I relate on myself, and I'm apparently not alone relating on these things. There's a lot of people relating to most of the stuff I do, and I kind of went on this idea now. So now if I can't make people relate on things, or if I can't try to touch people more personally, this is when I scrap. I'm like, if I just do this for doing this, I don't really like it much. Or like when it's like I do a meme for a meme, sometimes it's like it's cool, you know, people share memes, but like, I want to share something that's a bit more personal. So yeah, I scrapped a bunch of things that some were even good, but I was like, yeah, that's in my opinion, that's not gonna like that was not personally taken for me or something, so I did not enjoy it as much.
Ever
I do.
ever been in a situation where you made a video, recorded it, you thought it would be good, and then you posted it and then just fell flat? Like people didn't care, or like, oh, this sucks, or like, I don't get it. What's the joke? Or like,
to be honest, I never ever thought of any of my videos being better than what I'd expect it to be.
oh, okay.
I've always had kind of like it's like I always drink the glass half full. Literally, that's my entire life. This is why a lot of people say that's like, for you being sad is like you gotta see it, because everything I do or whatever, I just wake up the morning and I'm saying today I'm gonna have the worst day of my life. Every time I wake up, I'm like, all right, today I know everything's gonna be shit. So if anything that shit happen, well, it's not a problem because I expected it. But everything good happening, I guess, is just a bonus, and I just find it cool. So everything that I do, I have very, very low expectations of it. I'm like, I do things, for me, it's kind of, even how long I can work in it, I'm always gonna be like, that's not crazy, I don't really like it. Or it's not that I like it, it's like I like it, but in my opinion, it's not crazy, everybody can do better. So I'm like, if it works, then that's like a big win. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy, people like it. If that doesn't work, I'm like, yeah, I'd expect people not especially liking everything. So if it doesn't work, then that's fine. Like, I'll keep on doing things that like people. I don't really like, I do care when it works, I'd say, you know, like I'm the kind of person that's still like, I can't say I don't worry about statistics or whatever, because I love working with these anyways. But at the same time, I'd say if something goes bad, I'm just trying to see more like, oh, why did it go bad? It went bad because of this. That's fine. That means I didn't see the thing good, so I can just keep on doing my stuff. And if it works, I'm like, that's crazy. I didn't expect it. Wow, people like my stupid content, I guess. So yeah, I see it like this. It's even better for the man. I'd say any content creator thinking such a way, I imagine, probably would have a better time than trying to think everything they're doing deserves a certain amount of things. I'd say it would be too big pressure.
That's true.
I wouldn't probably like it.
And I can relate to that.
Just trying.
Because there's times where I've made, like, I don't make the stuff you do, like, I make way different content. But sometimes I think of a really good idea for, like, a Twitter video or something like that, but it's not like a meme. It's mostly just, like, me, like, fucking around, doing random stupid things. And I post it, and then I expect it, like, oh, this is sick as fuck, like, you know, like, and then I'm like, wow, only, like, 10 people like this. And I was like, fuck, I just spent, like, 4 hours on that. And I sometimes feel, like, really, like, fuck, like, upset about that. But then I'm like, I shouldn't be like that. I should just do what I want and not have to worry about what is, you know, what should deserve more views or more likes or whatever. And what I ended up like finding out is that if you put the least amount of effort into something, sometimes then you don't have to worry about it, because it's like, if it goes well, great. If it doesn't, who cares? Because I only put 2 minutes of effort into it. But that's just me, though. I don't do Twitter videos. I do GIFs. So I'll just do like a GIF, and sometimes it gets like 1,000 likes, and sometimes it gets 2 likes. So I don't know. I'm more about doing interviews and stuff. Twitter to me is just something I do when I'm bored, and I'm just like, haha, look, funny thing. Yeah.
To do things on, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. But yeah.
Just
try not to get my expectancies up.
Yeah, as an extrovert, you said, when you party in VR chat, do you have any like funny or interesting stories related to clubbing in VR chat they can share?
Clubbing in VR chat, to be honest, it's not like I club outside most of the time. Yeah, like partying in VR chat or something for me is just a way to hang out with friends.
Okay.
More than anything. So it's like the crazy stories is like, if I start drinking, I'm even more active than I already am. So the only thing is that people are drunk, so they probably care less about me being annoying as hell. Because whenever I just move around, I drink whatever, I just start zooming around the place. So I'd say usually when I party, I'd say on VRChat, I don't really club. The only events I go to are just to drink with friends.
Okay.
But I'm not living in VRChat. For example, like the conversation you had with Psionic earlier about like some people, for example, like have their a great view of like VRChat as like their lifestyle. I'm kind of the opposite on this way. It's like everything that happens on VRChat for me is a way to distract myself. If I want to just have fun, something like this, it's my playground. I get on the game to run around, be a gremlin for 4 hours straight until my buddy says, oh, maybe you should stop. But apart from this, no, I'd say just I just kind of vibe around, see friends more like. The craziest thing I'd say is what happens outside, not in VR chat. VR chat is just my basic me being a stupid gremlin on the internet, I guess. So if that works, that works. That's how I take my entertainment.
Did that fix the audio?
But no, outside the VR, I got a bunch of stupid stories.
I just forgot.
Like over the top random things that happens for no reasons, because clubs in general outside, everything can happen. You know, drunk people all in the same place, all sweaty, all dancing for I don't know how long. Some people are not happy, some people are happy. You never know what happens. VR is very like way safer, I'd say, in this kind of things. You know, people drink, but they're on their own. The one thing I'd say, if I'm in VR, I'm scared of myself. Like, I'm gonna start one day, I'm literally gonna run into a wall while fully drunk, and I'm be like, okay, maybe
Whoa,
I've gone too far.
Jeez.
You know,
I was just gonna say,
if I run in my room,
if you get drunk in VR all the time, I'm sure you experience getting like really drunk in VR chat, and then you take off and then you're like, oh, I can take another shot, take off headset. Oh fuck, and you just like fall over. You're just like, oh shit.
Oh my god. No. This is the kind of thing that like I don't know if a few of my friends that I usually party with on VR chat, I'd quote, for example, my friend Jackson. That even visited me a few days prior. Like he can tell you about things that whenever I get in VR whatsoever, like I move and sweat so much that no matter how much alcohol I drink during the night, I tend to sober up very fast. I'm never really drunk. So like I tried a few times to be really drunk, but holy hell, it takes a lot for me to get drunk. I'm not even fat or whatever. I'm not strong, whatever. I'm a skinny piece of stick that you can find everywhere.
I mean, you
around,
said,
and
you said
I just don't know why.
Well, I mean, you said you're parkour for 7 years. I never met someone who was, you know,
Oh yeah.
you know, on the larger side doing
It's true.
backflips. So I don't know, maybe one day.
I mean, I've had some very like I'd say very strong friends, very bulky, big monsters like doing this kind of things. But like some of them can like some of them hit the backflip, but they go like twice as high as me because of the strength of their legs. That's actually insane. The only thing that keeps me going on this is that I'm light enough to do most of these things. Plus, I'm small as hell, so just like there's no weights to stop me on this.
I got short stack.
Just like the
Yeah.
exactly
You're
short
agile.
stack. Short stacks are great.
Yeah, you're like a rogue. You're like very agile. You like, you know, you dodge all the moves and shit. And then like the big guy is trying to like punch you, and you're like, oh, I'm too fast, bro. I'm too fast. You know.
I'm too fast.
Yeah,
I am
too fast, too furious.
fast and like
Yeah.
freaking speed. A lot of people compare me to Octane from Apex Legends. They say you're a little crackhead because of all the freaking things that you go around through. I guess they're not wrong.
All right.
They're not wrong. It just have this crackhead energy. It's like somebody you're taking grams and grams of coke and you just go zooming through the day. I'd say. Just yep.
Okay.
That works. It's just a way of being. Hyperactivity doesn't help much.
All right. Well, anyway, on that note, we have to wrap up here. But is there anything that you like to say or mention or be like, hey, my name's Kiwi. I'm a streamer. Here's my next TikTok, or like anything coming up for you?
Yeah, I'd like to give a big shout out to my friend Zaki because he's one of the main reasons why I started everything like on TikTok and everything, because this man is freaking amazing. So I just want to say thank you to him for being a good friend as well. I can't wait to see him at TwitchCon. For everybody that goes at TwitchCon, I'll be here as well. If you didn't know me before, yeah, I'm a plug a little bit what I do. So I'm Kiwi. I'm your average VR content creator. I do funny short skits on TikTok, Twitter. I used to do a bunch of videos on YouTube, but I didn't have much time to edit them. So for now, it's a bit on hold. So most of the things I do are on Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter. So if you want to come around, vibe with us, feel free to check me in on this. And I just hope that you had a good time. Thank you very much, Rebel, for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Asking me for such a thing.
Hey, thank you.
It's great.
Thank
it's
you
the
for
first time I get an interview with someone as well.
Thank you for stopping by, Kiwi. If you always want to stop by for a later interview or another chill discussion or a podcast, maybe I'll have a podcast of all the Twitter people, you know, get the crew together, you know.
Could be very fun, to be honest.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie,
yeah.
a lot of these people, I do co-op science stuff as well for Riley and everyone around. If you get everybody in the same room, sometimes it gets very funny. So
Of course.
it'll be great having everyone there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate
indeed.
it. If you like to, well, sit down or exit or whatever you want to do. I mean, you can leave. You can stick around or.
I want to watch. I want to have
Okay.
I want to have little new other creators have the things. I'm gonna walk my way out, as you say. Like,
Yeah.
there
Thank
we
you
go.
so much.
Sure.
But our next
Thank you.
guest is DustBunny or DustyDustBunny coming up. So if you like to come on by, you just have to walk up here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Rebel.
How you doing? It's been a long time.
Hello.
It's been years. Feels
It's
like.
been a long time. It's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like yesterday.
Thank you for waiting. I appreciate it. You're going last year, but hey, saving the
Oh,
best
you're
for last. You know what I'm
welcome.
saying? So obviously, for
Oh,
those
thank
who,
you. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries. For those who don't know who you are, obviously you're on Twitch and Twitter is DustyDustBunny, and essentially you are a teacher in VR chat, but you're a teacher in a particular way with dancing, more specifically with ballroom dancing and belly dancing and stuff like that. So obviously, I've known you for quite some time. Also, you were all in that movie that I haven't seen yet, but one day I will. It's
Good.
It's How We Met in VR chats, or is it just VR? I forget.
We met in virtual reality.
Oh, we met. Okay, yeah. That's the title. Sorry. And yeah. So how you been doing? You know, are you feeling good? Feeling great?
I'm feeling great. We're about to go to a film festival in Sydney on Friday. So I'm flying out on Friday
Sydney.
to Sydney. That's
Australia?
exciting. Yeah, the Sydney Film Festival. Yeah.
Oh my god. But you're flying out with everybody?
Yeah,
With
I'm flying
Joe
out.
and everybody?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. A little
IRL.
Poe, Jenny, and Toaster.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
IRL. We've met up IRL a couple times at different film festivals.
Oh damn.
But this one's pretty big deal. That's like way over there.
How do you get to watch the movie? Like if I was someone watching right now and I was like that movie sounds lit. I want to watch it. How do I watch the movie?
It's not streaming yet.
So one day.
You can't watch it anywhere unless you go to these film festivals. So if you want to fly to Sydney on Friday, you can watch it with us.
What if I pay him money? What if I just slip him a Benjamin under the table? That's $100. That's $100, man. I mean, come on, it's more than most
Maybe.
movies.
You can just give it to me.
Oh
Give
shit!
it to me
Okay,
and then
I'm
I'll
like,
give it to them.
oh okay.
Yeah, there you go.
You want me to role play? Yeah, like this. Yeah, can I watch that movie now?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll send you a link. I got you.
Sick.
No, I'm kidding. You gotta watch.
Damn
You gotta
it.
wait with everyone else.
Okay, I'll
Sorry.
wait. 2050. Hey, I'm senior citizen. Movie out yet?
No, not yet. To be announced soon.
Oh, soon.
But I can't talk much about that. Okay?
Soon, like VR chat
So
soon,
just keep an
or
eye out on
like
the Twitter.
IRL soon? Because
Both.
VR chat soon is
both.
like 5 years. That's what they mean by that.
No. Tell me about it. Ugh. No.
Okay, we'll stay tuned on the Twitter.
But
when
to be announced soon.
yeah, soon.
Yes.
Because I want to watch it. Everybody's like, all my friends are in it, and I'm like, I just want to watch this movie. Like, come on, everyone hypes it up. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're blue balling me here.
Yeah, we're hyping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, you should have watched it when it first premiered at Sundance.
Yes.
Sundance Film Festival
I was busy.
online.
I was busy running this show, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Life,
okay.
Yeah. Mm.
well, it's okay. You'll see it when it comes out, and you'll be so pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Are you in the other movie?
Yeah.
In the metaverse?
No, I'm not. That one looks really cool, though.
I'm
I
in that
saw the
movie.
poster in your elevator. What character? Or like, are you yourself?
I can't disclose that information on stream.
Oh, you can't. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Hope it's something
It'll
cool.
come out soon. Check the Twitter.
Yeah,
Is this deja vu for
wait,
you?
What if I pay you $100?
Oh,
What if
yeah.
you pay me and then I pay you
Uh-huh.
and then I'll get it?
Oh,
I'll get to know what you want.
sick.
We could trade.
Yeah, it's coming out soon
Yeah.
in the summer of this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool. Exciting.
exactly. Anyway, back on topic here. Let's talk about you. Let's not talk about movies
Yeah.
anymore. Let's talk about you. So
Yeah,
obviously,
I'm tired of talking about movies.
true. So your name is obviously DustBunny, or on Twitter or on Twitch is
Yeah.
DustyDustBunny. But how did you get into playing VR chat? Was were you like an OG like me, like back in 2017, or how did you come to be? In
I'm
virtual
late
land?
2017.
Oh, like me.
Yeah, I saw. I think I saw "Hey, I'm B" video of
Whoa.
Ugandan Knuckles.
That's an old school.
It was the Knuckles that got me in.
Do you know the way, brother?
So I fell in love with the Knuckles,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Oh my god, I want to be the queen! I gotta join this game." So I joined the game in desktop mode for about like a couple months, and then a couple months later, I got my Oculus Rift,
Mm.
and that's how I first joined.
And then you're in half
And then
body.
it wasn't until a couple
like,
months later.
Hey guys.
Yeah, it was half body.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yo, what's
Yeah.
going on? Yo.
Yeah, I was
it-
more like dancing half
Oh.
body,
Okay.
you know, like because I found out about clubs, VR dance clubs.
Okay.
DDVR is when I first learned about
Ooh.
dancing, and I was like, wait a minute,
I remember DVR.
you can have legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? You can have legs, but you have to have a Vive because it doesn't work on
Yeah.
the Oculus? What the F, bro? Yeah, I
so
remember
I
that.
saved up a bunch of money. You're gonna hate me for this. Everyone hates me when I tell this story.
Go ahead.
When I decided to get full body VR, I went on Craigslist and I found someone selling the Vive headset, 2 base stations,
Yeah.
full body trackers with the track straps,
Uh-huh.
and the Vive wands, everything,
Uh-huh.
for $1,000.
Okay. Why would I hate you for that?
All of that. Because that's so cheap.
True. So you got a good deal. Why would I
It's
hate
so
you?
cheap for everything.
Why would I hate you for that?
Wow.
I mean, I'm that one rebel. I'm the rebel here. I'm not gonna hate you for that. I want to be like, amen, amen, sister. Hey, get that deal. Get that money. Amen. Hey. I don't care
I
if
was
you got
in
a good
half body
deal.
for 2 months. I had to.
Oh, I was in half body
I
for
had to
like 2
get it.
years.
I had to get it.
'Cause I suck. Whatever.
It's okay.
Get that bread. You
I'll
know?
forgive you.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you went from an Oculus, you got a Vive. Do you have wireless as well with the Vive? Do you still use the
No.
Vive?
Oh
or-
wait, that actually came with my the whole setup, but I didn't have a PCI slot in my computer, so I sold
Oh.
it. So I even had wireless, but I never used it.
What?
Never ever.
Now I hate you. You're
Yeah,
right.
isn't
I
that
do-
sad?
Now I do hate you.
Okay,
that's
there you
the,
go.
that's the
That's
what
the,
the
part
hell?
that I forgot to tell.
What the hell?
Yeah, I had everything.
Boo!
Yeah. So, boo! I still don't have wireless. I'm still wired up.
Are you still using the OG Vive? And that was what, 4 years ago? My God,
Yes.
that thing is like a truck. That thing lasts forever.
Yes.
Are
Yeah, I haven't even replaced it.
Do you
It's the same one from my first Craigslist
and you're using
purchase.
are you using it in the
Yeah.
mod mic or something?
Yes,
I figured because
that I got about 2 years ago.
yeah, because there's no way the OG Vive has this good mic quality. I want to be honest over here.
Oh
Dude,
no.
I remember having the OG Oculus and the OG Vive with my friends, and all I hear is I'm like, what did you just say? Like, I couldn't understand a word what they were saying because it's so shit. It sounds like a Walmart $2 microphone.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
but that's what we dealt with.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Well,
But I upgraded with index hands, so I have fingers now.
you get your fingering hands.
You know, that's cool. Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
What do you mean? My fingering hands.
I don't know. It just sounded weird. I don't know.
What do you mean? It
Yeah,
only
that
sounds
doesn't sound
weird. It
right.
only sounds weird
Nope.
if you have a lewd mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just sounds a little weird. Okay, sorry. Exposed.
Got him. Yep. Exposed
Thank you.
her. Got her.
Thank you.
Easy clap. Anyway, so how'd you get into dancing and being a teacher? So how did that happen for you in VR chat?
In VR chat.
Yeah.
Well, I've been dancing since I was 11 years old. I'm 29 now, and I was primarily a belly dancer. I took 2 years of ballroom, and this is in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came to VR and discovered full body, I started out going to clubs and lap dancing because that's all I knew existed.
Hell yeah.
Until I found the International Dance Association, who introduced me to hip hop and hip hop battles. And
Ciphering.
I went into these battles doing belly dance. And other people were like, "Whoa, what is this style? Can I learn? Can you teach me?" And
You're
so like I
moving her
started
body.
teaching people for fun.
They're like, "What? You're not on top of
Yeah,
somebody?
I'm
What is
moving my
what?"
hips.
They're like, "Whoa, you're not on top of somebody? What is this secret dance move?"
Oh gosh, yeah. So I decided, I'm gonna start hosting a class every Sunday in the evening. People can come learn belly dance.
Okay.
And about a year later, I was like, wait, I know more than just belly dance. I know belly dance, I know burlesque, I know hula, I know ballroom. Why not just start teaching all those? So then I started having more classes, and in January this year, I decided to open my own virtual reality dance academy. It's a little studio I started, and now I teach full time here in VR.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Teach-
just
if you want to learn to
progress
dance,
from there.
hit DustBunny up. She'll teach you how to belly dance, and if you post that on Twitter, you get 1 million likes, guaranteed. Okay, maybe
Just because
1,000.
of 9-point tracking.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
True.
Not that much yet,
Listen,
yeah.
I will say this. I did peek at your Twitter. I did see that you had 9-point tracking. You're doing that. Do you have 9-point tracking
Yes.
on right now?
No.
Fuck. That's okay.
I should have come
Damn
prepared.
It's okay
I can put
because
it on, but
you can.
you can just check it out on Twitter.
Yeah, if you check out her Twitter, literally,
You'll see it.
her torso moves independently of her belly or like her stomach, so like it's like one can move out. It's trippy. You're like
Yes, it's isolation.
you're
Yeah.
like whoa, what the hell? What's going on here? Like I thought.
Basically, I don't have a spine or any bones or anything. I'm just jelly.
Exactly. I noticed it right
Yeah.
away. And I was like, I need to learn how to do
Yeah.
that one day, because I want to make some
Yeah.
new Twitter videos, get some clout.
Yeah. I
Yes.
encourage you to come to class anytime. Come
Yeah.
learn how to belly dance. You'll be able to move like that. With time.
One-
I've been
one
belly
day.
dancing since I was 11, so it might take some people some time to get
Yeah,
there.
one
but-
day. One day I'll go to class, or I'll just get someone to use my model, and then I'll say I went to class.
Yeah, I've been begging you to come to class for so long.
True.
You're the first VR chat streamer I ever watched
Yeah, you told me that.
and followed. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's a big deal to be right here. I'm super honored. I'm like, I can't believe
It's
I'm
an
in front
honor
of
to
you
be in
right
the
now.
presence of a movie star.
Oh yes. You are a movie star too, in a way.
True, but my movie's not out yet. Yours is, so you're cooler than me.
Mine's not out yet. Mine's not officially out yet.
Well, some people have seen it. Nobody's seen my movie.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
How'd you get the role
Yeah.
for that movie? Were you approached by Joe, or like how did that come about? Like, was it just like, hey?
Yeah, so, I was at-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Just go
Oh,
ahead.
it's I'm curious what you think, but
I was making
we were
jokes.
at
Go ahead.
VRCon.
Uh-huh.
VR convention. We
Yeah, I
were
went
there,
there
and
once.
the IDA was having a dance battle, and Joe, the director, got wind that I teach dance classes in VR, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, would you like to be a subject of my documentary?" And I was like, "Yes, I would love to," because not a lot of people know this, but I went to school for film. I have a film degree.
Whoa.
And so I was like, that's right up my alley. I want to see a film be made in VR. And plus, I love documentary films, so I was really stoked to be a part of it. And I said yes. And then he filmed my classes and myself for about a year.
Damn. Wait, for a year he filmed your classes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Not like every single class, but for over the course of a year, he interviewed me and watched my classes grow over time.
Holy, that's crazy. He'll just
Yeah.
pop out of nowhere. Hey, all right, DustBunny, it's been 3 months. Time for another interview. You can be like, where'd you come from?
Yeah. Hi, little Poe.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
going
exactly.
on, dude? What's going on? Whoa, you got a significant other? You got a partner now? How do I move this into my movie?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that's funny because what I thought when I saw the film, I thought that most of the film, at least my parts in the film, would be of my classes. But
Yeah.
what ended up being mostly about my relationship with my boyfriend, who I met in VR, which is Toaster.
What the heck? What? You telling me Joe debated you? Oh my, yo, I have some words. I'm gonna throw hands.
He covered both. He covered both. But
What the
it
hell is
ended up
this?
being more about a movie about community and relationships in VR, so it kind of strayed that way.
What the heck, man? You came to your class for
fine
a
with
year,
both.
and then you're just like, oh, you happen to be dating someone? Puts hands together? This could be good for my movie.
Oh my gosh, juicy. Yeah, no, he
Juicy.
put both. He was sure
Okay.
to put both.
I need to
but what
watch this
There was
movie.
tons more
Figure
footage
it
of
out.
dance than me and Toaster. Yeah, please
Okay.
do. Check it out when you get a chance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Well, one day I'll interview Joe, and then I'll be like, hey, what's
Yes,
up with
please.
that? I'll be like, DustBunny told me some things. It's going to turn into an interview to an interrogation.
Criticism, interrogation.
Yeah. I'm be like, so why did you go to her class for a year, but then when she started dating Toaster, the whole movie started changing? What's up with that, huh?
Yeah.
I'll say you're under
Oh
oath.
man.
Can't lie.
I'm under oath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it my left hand or my right hand that I have? Do you have a Bible over here? Or
Um,
where is it?
well-
Under the chair? Do
well,
you not have one
I
here?
was saying
Okay.
Joe, but I guess you could go under oath if you want.
Oh.
It's your right hand, actually. And you don't need to put your hand on the
Okay.
Bible. That's only symbolic. You don't have to do that.
My fingering hands? I can
Yeah,
put
you
it.
put your fingering hands up like this, and then if you were in Star Trek, you do the live long and prosper. We can't do that because
Oh.
the technology isn't there yet.
I can't do that IRL.
You can't
but
do
I can't
that?
Even do
I
that
can do
IRL.
that.
I can do.
I could do it.
What? I have to like physically move my fingers to that position.
Yeah. See,
So that
VR
it's straight,
sucks
it-
until you
otherwise
until you
it's-
can do the Spock live long and prosper. Until that day happens, we're all losers.
Oh my god.
Thanks for the tokens.
Whoa, only just 100
bits.
bits. Thanks,
Oh.
Holmes. But
Oh, let's go. Good job.
Pog. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, back on track here. So, obviously
Okay.
we talked about belly dancing, and so when IK 2.0 came out, which was what, like a month or so ago, and the 11-point tracking, were you super hyped for that? You're like, holy shit, I can take advantage of this. I can actually move
Oh yeah.
my hips and like my arms and elbows and do the wave and elbows and all that stuff.
Yes, yes. Yes, I remember the exact moment. I was at the Calgary Film Festival with Poe, Jenny, and Toaster, and I think Jenny showed me a tweet of someone using the tracking, and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. Because in belly dance, I use so much of my upper body. My shoulders are moving all the time, my chest is moving all the time, and I don't get that in VR. Like, I can't, like, look, I'm moving it. It's not moving right now.
My immersion.
I would have to fake it with my hips. So yeah, exactly. And so I was like, I actually got nervous when I saw that because I was like, now everyone's gonna see how good my belly dancing truly is. I've been waiting for years to show it off in VR, and now is the time. So luckily, since I'm here staying at Toaster's, I used his 3 trackers that he usually uses, and I attached them to myself one day, and I'll never go back.
Oh shit. Are you interested in only
Yeah,
9-point,
big
or
deal.
do you think you'll go to 11-point and have like the legs too, the
So-
knees, caps?
Yeah, I would like all of it. Just right now, I only have 6 trackers, so I put them on my elbows, my chest, my hips, and my feet.
Yeah.
The other day, I took my elbows and put them on my knees to try it out, and it also helps stabilize my hips more. So when I get a chance to get a hold of more trackers, I'm gonna use all of them.
Okay. Even
Yeah.
is Oni J one of your
It's
class
changing.
students? I have to ask, just randomly.
Who?
True. True.
No,
That's
no,
the
no.
best
Who?
answer.
I said who?
Oh
Who?
yeah. That's the best answer.
No,
Just saying
who?
Who even cares at this point? I'm just kidding. Oni J.
Oni J. Are they one of my students? I think so. I recognize that name. I have to see
think
their
so.
avatar.
Damn.
Oni J.
Yeah.
Not recently. Unless they changed their name. Oni J.
They
How
said
come I'm
that- they
blanking?
said
I'm so sorry
They
if I'm
said
blanking.
they're one of your shrimps. You don't know your own shrimps?
No, but Oni J?
Yeah. They said that you're a shrimp for
The
you.
name, I'm not remembering the...
Oh,
They're shrimp.
they're in my chat right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oni J, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have the shrimp harder.
Wait, is that Oni J she? Are you forgetting the other part of their name?
No, it's Oni J-U.
No?
O-N-I-J-A-U. Sorry, J-A-Y-U-U. Oni J-U.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Totally blanking. I'm sure they're my student, but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound...
That's okay.
Doesn't sound right the way you're saying it.
It's because I can't read properly. I graduated college and I still can't read. You know, it's okay because if they shrimp harder, then you'll notice them, right?
I guess.
If you give them,
I should notice them right away if they're my
If they
student.
give you 100 Benjamin,
Oh, right.
yeah, you'll
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Copium.
No, it's not like that. No.
Okay. Anyway. So, anyways, how'd you end up meeting with Toaster? Was it because of your class, or was it because of some party? No, I'm doing the movie now.
Yeah. Yeah. this is spoiler alert, you guys. If you watched the movie.
Spoiler. How'd you meet up with Toaster? I just want to know.
So yeah, we both are dancers in VR, and we're both streamers. And I knew of Toaster because I used to watch his streams, right next to yours, of course. You know.
Thank
And so,
you.
when I watched Toaster, I knew that he was a dancer. And one time we went to a IDA, International Dancers Association battle. And I saw them in the crowd, and I met them there. And then time went by, and I met them at another event. And so they were just starting to pop up around me, and I've always wanted to dance with them. I like dancing with other people, so not just by myself on streams. I like to include others. And so we started dancing together. And I just loved his personality, even though he was a mute. I didn't know anything about him.
I was about to say that. Because
I never heard their voice.
I was about to say that. When I first met Toaster, he was a mute. A male mute.
Yeah, he was a mute for 2 years. A male mute. A male avatar.
Oh, damn.
That's like,
you could have been
right?
you could have been his talker. You'd be like, this is my mute partner. This is Toaster, a male mute, and he knows how to dance.
Yeah, that's what kind of happened, actually. Like, I knew him as a mute, male mute dancer named Toaster.
Damn.
But what attracted me to him was how expressive he was as a mute. Because you know how mutes have to, like, be a little extra?
Oh, of course.
You know, like, instead of going, yes, they go, like, yeah.
Yeah, they're breaking their headset.
Or, like, they're, like, really jumpy and stuff. Yeah.
Expressive.
Yeah, Toaster was very... big movement all the time and like really express like animation, so I was always like drawn to that personality. And and his avatar was quite adorable and cute, so I was okay with hanging out around him. And then, you know, eventually a couple months later, he unmuted to me. I was the first person he ever unmuted to. Apparently, there's rumors that I'm not.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
Not the first one.
Scandal!
Copium. I was the first one, guys. Copium. I was the first one. Nobody else.
I'm the one who convinced him to unmute himself. So he had a voice reveal on August 9th, 2 years ago.
Whoa.
And now he's just talking. I picked that date for him. In fact,
really?
He was having a stream and he was asking chat, I should do a voice reveal. When should I do it? And so I looked up the year the toaster was invented, and it was like 1889. So I picked the last 2 digits of 1889 and made it his voice reveal date. That's how I remember.
Damn. The lore goes deep. Interesting.
It's very deep, yeah.
Okay.
But that's how we met.
And then you became dance partners?
And then we became dance partners, and we if you ever go to my YouTube channel and watch me and Toaster dance, we have this like crazy, almost like an invisible magic between us when we dance, because we just sync up so well. And that was really, really cool.
Is it because you're both in the same play space?
No, this is way before.
Oh, this is way before that.
We're talking like way before.
The same wavelengths that just work. Because most people, when they try and sync up, it's just super. It looks like one person's like 10 seconds before the other. You know, this is why you can't RP fight. You punch someone, then 10 seconds later, like, you're just like, what the hell? What?
That's why my ballroom classes look weird too, because you know, while you're doing a waltz, you're not in sync, so it's kind of like people are going in and out of your own body.
If I was a part of the ballroom dance, I would take off my headset and I'm like, I'm holding nobody, and then my brother would judge me and be like, what the hell's going on here?
But at least nobody steps on your toes.
That's also true. If someone did, I'd be like, wait, what the? Huh? Who's stepping on? Huh?
Yeah. Whoa,
who's in my room?
That's freaky shit right there. But yeah, so me and him started dancing together, you know, more often, and then he unmuted to me, and then 2 months later he came to visit me in real life. And we clicked. And now we're together. Yeah.
And now you dance in the same play space, IRL.
Yeah, kinda. I made him foxtrot around the kitchen with me the other day.
What does that mean?
Oh, foxtrot? It's a form of ballroom.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a sex move, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna foxtrot in the bed in the kitchen later tonight.
We foxtrotted in the kitchen. Ooh, with my toaster.
Whoa!
In the
Wow!
kitchen.
Whoa! What the hell?
On
Oh
the
God!
counter.
What'd you do to me?
Oh
Whoa,
my God.
Jesus!
Oh wow! That sorry, it's a disease. It runs in my classroom.
Really?
It's called the hip yeet.
Oh, I call it.
Yeah.
I have legitis or bonitis. You know, I just. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Or heapism.
Heapism.
Heatism.
Yeah. That's
Hip
right.
yeet.
I just
Hip yeet.
foxtrotted up in this interview.
You just-
It's true. So, how did you
Oh,
how did you come up with the idea of wanting to do ballroom dancing? Because obviously, like, dancing and following an instructor is one thing, and I can understand that. But having like almost like a high school dance where, you know, you put your arms around the person like this, you're like, dun, 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 dun. You know, how did you come up with that idea?
Yeah.
Because when I first heard about it, I was like, that ain't gonna work. People are gonna be leggy as fuck.
Well, I think part of it is my goal to kind of innovate in VR with dance, because almost all the dancers here are, you know, hip hop, pole dancers, lap dancers, but there wasn't any like partner dancing.
True.
So, and I already knew ballroom dance, so I was like, let's try it. And so I would teach my friends how to waltz, you know, at a party or something. And I was like, well, I can just teach that too. So that's how I started teaching ballroom. One of my biggest tweets ever was actually a video I shot of my class doing the rumba together. And it like blew up. So when I did that class, I knew, you know, this is great because it's putting my love of socializing and my love of dance together. So everyone's able to meet other people and dance together as if it was a real ballroom class. And when they go into the real world, they can use these moves and go
True.
dancing with somebody because they're exactly the same.
Yeah, you could be like, I learned how to dance from VR. They're gonna be like, wait, what? Damn.
Yeah, what, right?
You ever want to teach like salsa dancing?
Yeah, I teach salsa dancing.
Oh shit.
I teach all the forms of ballroom. I teach salsa, cha-cha, bachata, tango, waltz, foxtrot, rumba, and swing.
Oh, the swingers.
I know all of them.
Oh, from the 20s.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like jitterbug, jive, all that.
Yeah. Do you have a speakeasy?
Yeah. No,
Damn.
I do not.
One day. Right?
One day. Underground, underneath the studio.
Oh my god.
So I have a dance studio now too. I should mention that.
Okay.
So I have a dance studio in VR chat. I have a couple. I have one for like a ballroom class. I have a grand ballroom. I've got a studio like with mirrors, you know, and a whole bunch of effects. And then we have a street you can dance on for fun.
Nice.
And this is all worlds made by 8Spark. If you look up 8Spark, you'll find all of our worlds.
That's awesome. I'll tell you the real reason why I haven't joined your
Yeah.
class.
Why?
It's because I have feet problems. That's why. I have bad back too.
Well, you can be in half body.
No, I want to be the full
You can be in
experience.
desktop mode.
Never okay, listen. All I need to do is I need to get inserts for my shoes, like gel inserts, and then I'll be able to
Okay.
walk, and then I'll be able to do
Okay.
things, and then I can do everything in full body.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a throne? Or like a Amazon gift card thing or something?
No, like, okay, these types
No?
of inserts you can't order. You have to go to a foot specialist, and then they
Oh,
build
like
the
foot special-
insert. The insert
Oh.
around your foot,
Okay.
and then you put them in your shoes, and then you're like,
Oh.
wow, I feel amazing now.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay,
so I
yeah,
have to
you
go to a
should
foot doctor.
invest in that.
Yes, I plan to
Yeah.
when I'm in the city and make an
Yeah.
appointment. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
But yeah, I wish you could come.
Until then,
It's a good time.
I'm just an interviewer.
It's
But-
okay because I think your cameraman comes to my class.
Yeah, self-exposed.
If it's dead guy.
Yep, it is that guy.
Yeah.
He's self-exposed. He comes to the dance. He's gonna become
Yeah.
the next best lap dancer. He's gonna dance on me one day.
He's He's not taking lap dancing. It's
Oh.
belly dancing.
I mean,
And,
belly dance in front of me. That'd be sick.
Yoga. They did yoga with me the other day.
Oh, sick. I want to do yoga. Like I said, my feet
Yeah.
are
Yeah, that's the
broken.
other thing I do too. Oh, we have a yoga studio, so you can go do yoga.
I'll do yoga. I just need to get my feet fixed first.
Well, you can do the floor moves. You can wait for the moment in class where we get our butts on the ground.
That's content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my workout
See?
outfit. I just gotta
We
be
can
careful.
collaborate.
Yeah, collab. True.
Okay.
Awesome. Why were you the first person I watched on Twitch? What draw you to me? 'Cause I feel like I'm an idiot.
Because you were my favorite show at the time was Jimmy Fallon's show, and I was like, "What, a VR talk show? Let's go!" And so
Not
I
Jimmy
watched
Kimmel?
you.
Not Conan O'Brien?
No,
Not Jay Leno?
Jimmy Fallon all the way. No,
Not Stephen
no.
Colbert?
Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
But you don't like Jimmy Fallon?
No, I do. I'm just fucking with you.
Do you do you think any of those guys know that there's a VR talk show?
What? Any of those people? No way, dude. They're all boomers.
Wow. Well, I think if they knew, that'd be so cool.
No, they wouldn't. They'd
So
be
if
like,
they're listening,
they'd be like, why is that man playing a woman? What the hell kind of liberal shit is this?
Oh.
What the hell? What the hell is this, man?
grow up. It's 2022.
Shit, man, I don't get it. What the hell, man? Shit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Maybe one day. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
But
I'll
that's
be-
why, because I like talk shows.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked your talk show. You always had something good
Thank
good
you.
to say and interview. You had all these interesting people.
You're an interesting person.
Yeah. I'm pretty interesting.
It's true.
Thank you,
That's why
Rebel.
we're friends. And I'll
Thank
go to
you.
your class one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
One day. I don't know
I
why.
almost cried when I saw you at Landfears for the first time.
Really? You almost cried?
Yeah. Yeah, because I looked up to
Aw.
you. You're like my Twitch streamer wannabe kind of person. Except you didn't
saw
dance.
me?
That's the only thing.
Fuck yeah. But
Yeah.
what if I did dance though? Then I would be unstoppable. So you have to nerf myself.
Nerf yourself. What does that
Oh,
mean?
there's a lot of
What
you.
does that mean?
Because
That's
this
okay.
isn't my final
I can
form.
handle all of you at once.
What's your final? Oh, it's in the movie, or what's your final form?
My final form
Exactly.
is when I learn how to dance and I take over VR chat because I'll be a dancer and
Oh,
an
right.
interviewer.
Okay, got you.
See, you gotta have an
Right.
arc, right? You can't just like imagine watching an anime and like the character is just OP as fuck, like just best in the world. That's lame as fuck. You gotta have the hero's journey. I took that in college. Okay, you gotta have the hero's journey
Yeah.
where he starts as a
I know.
loser and then he becomes cool. And part of that
yeah,
journey
yeah,
is
I'm
me
on the
doing-
same journey.
Yeah, I'm on the journey
Interviews.
of doing interviews, and I'm gonna become a dancer.
Okay.
I'm gonna be OP as fuck, and then you get to be like my sensei, and we're gonna have like all these
Yeah,
montages
yeah,
of like
you're my
training.
grasshopper.
Yeah, all these like training montages. And then I'll be like, Sensei,
Yes.
finally, I will go to the dance competition. And, I'll beat up these other people.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
like-
I want to see this. Can we
it's-
make a movie? Can we tell Poe
Yeah,
to make this movie
Yeah,
for
this
you?
would be like Cobra Kai. I'll be taking on the Cobra Kai dancers. Like Karate
Okay.
Kid. I'm the Karate Kid.
You know, me and you
Uh-huh.
have a little feud, though. Do you know about it? Let's see if you remember what me and you are competing for, or were
Yo,
competing
thanks so
for.
much for the raid. I appreciate the initiative. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for the follows. Competing for what now?
Do you remember? We have a competition about how many waifus we have.
Oh, that's right.
and
Oh my
husbandos.
god.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Back in my olden days, I used to collect anime waifus, and then I became one. It's pretty lit.
Me too.
But here's the thing that I
Not
will
waifus.
expose you. Well, you said husbandos, whatever.
Uh-oh.
Point is that what she did was that she would marry people in VR chat and then immediately divorce them.
Yeah.
And they did
that's
it like
the
50
difference.
times.
No, 110.
You did 110,
110 times.
Holy shit.
Recorded on an Excel sheet too. I have all the usernames of all the people I
So
married
is
and
Toaster
divorced.
the next one you're going to divorce or what?
Toaster. No, Toaster I've married 3 times since then in
What?
Lanfear's cabin.
Excuse me? Married 3 times? What the hell?
On
The
a
same
drunken
person?
night. On a drunken night, we've married
You have a
like
minister?
3 times.
Priest
or
for
something.
that? The hell?
Some random person with some book. I don't know. It was an odd one.
Interesting.
Toaster doesn't like it so much. In fact, he just burped as he walked into the room when he found out I was talking about it.
Yeah, I heard that.
Again.
Voice reveal.
Ow, he just hit me.
Whoa, domestic
Okay.
abuse, domestic
Yeah,
abuse.
you did.
BBC report. I'm calling the police. VR woman gets beat by IRL
Yeah.
toaster. Live on my stream.
He put sock in my hand.
What the hell? You don't know where that
He
sock's
threw a
been.
sock at me. He didn't hit me.
What, you
I
don't-
know, I threw it back.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're coming up on time here, but would you like to demonstrate
Oh, okay.
9-point tracking before you leave? It's up to you. You can say no.
Do you have a few minutes for me to put it on?
Yeah. I can
just need, like,
distract
3
the chat.
minutes real
I
fast.
can distract the chat.
Okay.
Put the camera on me.
I'm
thank
also
you.
gonna change
Yeah.
my avatar so people can
Yeah.
get it in full form. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab those.
Hey, what's up, chat? What's going on? So, oh my god. Don't worry about that. She's dying. Anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying this chill discussion that I've been having with, you know, with DustyDustBunny. Sorry, her body's like derped out. Make me laugh. But anyway, we had Psionic, we had Kiwi, now we have DustBunny. It's officially 10 o'clock, so we've been going for 2 hours. But obviously, this is the final person, so we're gonna wrap this up soon. But if you haven't already, you can hit the follow button if you like to. It's free to do so. I try to do a chill discussion at least once a week, if not every 2 weeks, which is bi-weekly. I have supposedly some interviews lined up, supposedly for next week as well, maybe with Oni J, Winky Face. But if you like this type of stuff, you know, just let me know in the chat. Like, just say, hey, I like this stuff. Or if you have any questions, anybody in the audience have any questions, or anyone in the chat, I can take a question right now while we're chilling.
That's so nice of you. I'm a giver
Yeah, Oni J,
too.
thanks for gifting that tier 1 sub.
Only
to Nishi.
J gifted a tier 1 sub to Nichiever.
Hey, I
This is
appreciate
their
that.
first gift sub in the channel.
Yeah, look, now the people in the audience are on the TV. Whoa, sick, dude. Lit.
Okay, I gotta recalibrate here.
Yeah, no worries. There's also a mirror in the back room if you need that.
I think I'm okay.
Alright. Alright, okay, put the camera back on me.
Okay,
Are you good to go? with
where do you
your-
want me? Right here?
I can put you. So
Yeah,
we
I
can.
think
So put the
Oh, wait, no,
camera.
I'm fine.
Okay, so dead guy, track her. So what we can actually do is we can just have the camera track you, and it doesn't matter where
Track
you
me?
move. Like if you move.
There's a little bit. See this neck thing though?
Yeah.
That's the only thing
gamer
that's messed
back.
up with my avatar. So you have to get a front view of me if you can, or I'll just turn this off.
Yeah.
Gamer back. Yeah,
I mean, if you want to be in the front,
I'm just checking that everything's working.
If you see where that star
Okay, there we
is
go.
on the thing over there.
Star?
Yeah, the star. If you stand over there,
Okay.
then you go to the medium camera like this, and then I do this,
Oh.
and then I zoom it in like
There we go.
this. Oops,
Sorry, I had to move a chair. Okay,
that's okay.
there you go. So,
Uh-huh.
what do you want me to show you? Just simple move.
Yeah.
So, see my shoulders? You can shrug your shoulders
Uh-huh.
with elbow trackers. Ah! That's
see
not
that.
pretty. I don't know why it's not tracking pretty right now. But,
Whoa.
yeah, I'm like snake-like now.
What the?
You can move your chest up and down. You can shimmy your chest now. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and now I can actually separate my hips from my chest, so if I'm shimmying my hips down below and keep my upper body still, I can do like
Oh, what the heck?
the snake move everyone thinks is crazy.
Yo.
But see, I'm keeping my upper body still
Yeah.
and only moving my hips. And now if I move them together, you get like this really snake-like
That's sick.
move that everyone's obsessing about, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm able to like move my shoulders and my chest and my hips Which is perfect because in belly dance isolations, you know, you have to isolate your chest here. Move the move down to your hips. Shimmy your hips. You know, so there's a lot you can do with full body tracking. Yeah.
That's cool.
Is that a good demo?
Yeah, that was sick. What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So
9-point tracking.
Get 9-point tracking.
Yeah, 9-point tracking. Go to DustBunny's belly dancing class, and you'll be able to do this. If you post this on Twitter, you'll get 1,000 likes. Your dopamine, your serotonin, you know.
Yes,
you'll become more happy. Yeah.
Everything will go up from here.
Yeah, all your clout will increase.
As soon as you see me dancing.
Tenfold.
Yeah. The important thing, though, just for people who are trying to do this, is you have to learn how to isolate your body. You have to isolate your head from your chest, chest from your hips. You know, it's all isolation.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My tracker's not happy right now, but thank you very much.
Of course. Anything last minute you want to say?
Can I come back over there?
Yeah, you can come over. You can actually literally walk over. The camera will literally follow you in real time. Watch. You just walk over here and it just follows you. Look at that.
Just ride my car over here. Ride my bike.
Yeah, see? That's the magic of this
now
world.
I'm all...
Yeah.
See? I gotta get all positioned properly.
Isn't that sick or what? The camera really follows you. That's advanced technology.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess what I want to say is that, let's see. Well, first of all, you should check out Virtual Reality Dance Academy. Again, it's a dance school that I started here in VR chat, so please check that out. Go to vrdance.org. If you want to learn how to dance with me, you can go to the student registration page, so vrdance.org/student registration, and become a student. You can come dance with us and join our community. And just shout out thank you to all my students who do attend. I love you all. You guys are doing awesome. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's DustyDustBunny. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's DustBunnyVR. I also have a TikTok and an Instagram and a YouTube, etc., etc. You can find it just by going there somewhere. I'm everywhere.
Thank you so much.
I'm in your computer fan.
What? A computer fan?
I'm under your couch, under your fridge, on the window. Okay. Yeah, because I'm dust. I'm dusty.
Right. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'd like to say thank you so much for stopping by DustyDustBunny or DustBunny.
Thank you.
I really do appreciate it. Also, thank you
you
to all my guests, Psionic VR and Kiwi, and obviously DustBunny again. I really do appreciate it for everybody for stopping by. This is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to go raid somebody else in the VR chat space, or a VTuber probably. And if you guys haven't already hit that follow button, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for everybody for raiding. You know, Oni J for the sub, and everybody else for following the Chief. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. And also DustBunny for raiding earlier as well. I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you. I love you all. Mwah, mwah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go end the stream. See you guys later. Peace out. Hit the stream outro. Smile. Dab.
Yeet.
Now watch this. This is sick.
Nice. Okay.
Look, that was
wow,
credits.
you have a credits. Oh, that's so cool. I like that your Patreon supporter is ERP God.
Heck yeah.
ERP God.
Oh.
Nice. That's so cool. You guys are on screen now. That's really cool. What a nice setup.
Speaking of full body
Very,
dancers,
very cool.
we'll raid Flame Night VR.